Welcome everyone. Today is the day 4 of our JavaScript Borderless GS AI Week edition. Well, amazing conference with amazing talks, and today we have yet another one. Today we will have panel discussion, right, with some hot discussions about the recent events and, well, maybe some good predictions as well about the things that are going to happen in the IT world. And today I will not be alone. Today we will have amazing guys, amazing developers, and just great guys, right? So let me introduce them one by one because I want to have the full and detailed picture, right? Without any bias, without any prejudice, right? Because I have my own opinions, right? As an engineering manager, as a development team lead, but I do want to know also other perspectives. So that's why we have them all. So welcome the first speaker as well here, Andrei. Andrei, you with us? Hi, Andrei.
Hello, I'm Andrei. I've been working in software development for more than 20 years, and currently I'm interested in AI technologies, and that's why I'm here. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, cool. Great advanced engineer joined us. Also, we have Dennis. You with us?
Yes, I'm there. Hi, guys.
Okay, any experience with AI you want to mention?
It's what I can tell about my only virtual friend. Okay, in reality, I have 3 of them. So yeah, now my friend list became more and more full every day as soon as we get new models.
All right. Okie dokie. So yeah, another advanced engineer, and we are rolling to our last but not least, Vladlen, the solution architect guy.
Well, probably I'm the only one here without the AI word in the title, right?
You can
So
add
hello,
one.
folks. I can add one. I can add the end is nigh due to AI.
So the AI skeptic, most likely. Okay, guys. Right. So let's start our discussion, right? And basically, we don't have any like scripted ideas or notes or anything like that. So the audience, if you have some questions, ideas, concerns, if you have some opposite opinions, feel free to drop them in the comments, right? And of course, we will elaborate on that as well. If you're watching us right now, click like, subscribe buttons. It will help us dramatically. So back to business then. Guys, I hope that you've seen the recent news, right? From big companies, from small companies, right? So we see that so-called optimizations, right, are taking place, right? That AI is literally replacing developers, QA engineers, Scrum Masters, and literally everyone. So do you think who is going to be next, right? Who will be the most likely person to be replaced by AI? Like dev team lead, solution architect, advanced engineer on the project. Who's going to be? What do you think?
Those people without AI in the title. Oh,
Sure.
geez, that's me. but in reality, we have I believe like a mass migration of a talent. In the sense that some talent migrates out of the companies and the other kind of comes in, and that talent is the people who know how to master the AI and how to make it useful. Because in reality, this is the biggest issue as of now, is that the AI is everywhere. Investors require AI, products from the companies, but no one really mastered the AI in production, right? How many examples of a mass adoption of AI in the big products, except for Adobe, probably their Photoshop is pretty damn good, but this is not an LLM, really.
Nice point, but I believe I could push back a bit because yes, we see a lot of people who is leaving companies, who is leaving big companies, but just keep in mind that also accept AI. So My point is that it's not because of AI only. Also, we have quite strict situation on the finance markets. So from the golden era when you can hire a lot of people, do a lot of something, even not valuable, not so important, we are going back to the, let's say, tight times when you need to control your cost and somehow be more responsible from the business perspective. So from this perspective, I wouldn't say that it's only because of AI resolve all the problems. From time to time, companies just, reduce amount of problems that they want to resolve.
So you say this is because we are now out of the era of the free money with almost zero interest rates, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I can agree here.
So we are talking about replacement of engineers. I would say that we should care about not about roles, but about some properties of the engineers. From my point of view, I think people without initiative will be replaced by AI on any level, on top level or on middle level or juniors. But if people has some initiative and has some interest in some areas of IT development or IT engineering, they can be on the projects for a long time.
Yeah, but wouldn't we still have the issue with all those brilliant engineers in, I don't know, in 5 years from now, just being outpaced by the new fellas, right? Who have maybe, I don't know, 2-3 years of experience, but they know how to, how to use AI tools to accelerate their work, and they just produce more value.
Yes and no. If you know this phrase, hard times produce strong people produce AI, and AI. So I believe everyone knows the end of this story. From this perspective, I don't believe that here we'll get something critical. Come on, we already saw high level frameworks, from low level languages to the high level languages, to the frameworks, to, I don't know, I was living during the times of Stack Overflow. So no one died, everyone stayed at work, and okay, now Stack Overflow replaced with AI. Still, I'm fully positive about our future.
So you're saying that this is just another tool, right? Nothing to worry about at all.
Right now, I don't see any points why we should be worried. Come on, let me say it in different way. I will become worried as soon as someone give only one description for AGI. For now, if I'm not mistaken, even from the top companies, we have at least 5. And keep in mind that, for example, description from OpenAI is 5 points. AGI level 1, AGI level 2, AGI level 5. Nice. Until they come to 5, I don't know. Will I be still alive?
Okay, so the AGI is the only threat, right?
If we are talking about AI that could resolve all our problems, I believe, yeah, that's how we call it.
Or bring humanity to the end, right? This is my opinion, right?
No, guys. Just I think that right now we are talking literally about very distant future, right? Like solving all our problems, all our issues. I mean, for the humanity, right? Solve world hunger and other things. I'm just talking about our Jira tickets, right? Our sprint backlog, our plans to do the things for the next 6 months, right? Still, I'm not that sure whether we have to distinguish quality or motivation there if we're talking about some replacement or optimization. Because Andrei, you've mentioned, right, that it's not about some other factors, but rather than the motivation to do things, right? But let's compare. We have 2 developers, right? One has extremely great experience, right? amazing full stack, I don't know, like projects in their portfolio, right? But literally zero motivation, right? And another one who just started their career and they know nothing about best practices, patterns, or whatsoever, but they just literally had amazing talk. I mean, like they viewed amazing talk by Dennis about like Gen AI vibe development, and then they are developing stuff using like voice commands and stuff like that, but they have no idea about what they're doing, but they are motivated. So do you think that projects are literally interested in the second type of developers? What do you think?
I would say totally depends on the project. If we are talking about landing page, you have more than enough to do it by yourself. You don't need developer at all. Like something like Claude or OpenAI can do it for you. If we are talking about, I don't know.
I mean, full-scale projects, right?
Yeah, even not like nuclear station management, but just like a project with 4 or 5 components. Okay, good luck. I'm not sure that you will be able to finish it at all if you do not have at least some basic knowledge about the development.
And I think worth mentioning here that AI has two key limitations, right? So the first one is quite small context window, right? So they don't really, it's very hard for the AI to comprehend the full code base. I mean, now we are talking about what, like, the top models do 60,000 tokens. You can go, okay, you have those that can theoretically kind of go over 1 million, right? But this is not reality. In reality, what you have is that even if technically model can absorb all that volume of information, so as we are, it will start to essentially forget the first pieces you kind of supplied into that context window, right? There is a study that shows that model essentially loses the focus on the first things that were provided into that context window and focuses on the latter, right? And then the second issue is that, according to the report that came out recently from Apple, right, the LLMs, even the reasoning LLMs, cannot reason, right? When they are provided with unique challenges, they just cannot reason. So, I mean, they fake it really well, but still, it's like it's the imitation, right? So how then, at this level of technology, how can we even suppose, right, that humans can be replaced with an AI? What do you think?
2 comments. Comment number 1, I have some good news for you. I even find and open in background this paper. It's a paper from team. This lead by Matthew Muhabarak or Muhabarak. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but the good news that it's from the end of June and it's about state and memory in all models. I would expect that maybe it's like initial article for now, but maybe somewhere next year we could expect dramatical improvement on this field. And yeah, from my point of view, it could change everything because you are fully right that for now, most of the models has such good memory as my grandma. So besides that, when we are talking about replacement, if we are going back to initial topic, still we need to understand that we have a problem of in between chicken and egg, right? Because to be able to do proper coding on all languages or whatever, LLM needs training data. For now, for I don't know, for some mass markets like JavaScript, like some Python libraries, yeah, it's enough. And we see that it could perform operations on the good enough level. But if someone like me is a fan of video editing using the API, like programming methods, you could be surprised. Just ask LLM to write anything about the, like, not about the creation of video as separate models, but about this combining to the single clip, you will be surprised, because there are no good solutions from LLM during the last 3 years. I'm still waiting. Maybe they will learn something new, but for now it doesn't work. But in reality, it's a mass and quite popular area from my point of view.
You mean the video editing with LLMs?
Yeah, but not creation, but editing itself. For example, you have footage and you want to, I don't know, like in DaVinci Resolve, you want to, or CapCut, you want to combine it into the clip.
Yeah, actually, I believe just this year, one huge Hollywood studios signed a contract that would allow AI company to train their models on their data, as they say, allegedly, to do special effects and never ever to replace the actual actors, right? Of course, actors protest, and wouldn't be surprised. But isn't it scary in a sense that we have, even in social networks, we have more and more content generated by AI, and how do you distinguish the difference? Yeah, it's great that gives the productivity boost, but it also brings disinformation.
You remember that I'm AI evangelist, so it means that I'm just waiting when government start give me money for watching YouTube.
Yeah, and by the way, Vlad, let me go back a bit to your second comment, right? When you said that Apple released some cool paper, right, about reasoning and all blah, blah, blah things. So that's my own opinion, right? And it doesn't represent like anything related to some big guys or anything like that. So what I do think, like personally, as a human, right, is that some companies are doing great with AI these days, and some companies are not doing that great. However, the second ones, they do want to be on the hype train. They do want to be in the news. That is why they might produce some provocative papers just to make sure that, in a way, their names are somehow related to AI, right? And it might be a good example, actually, because I've seen this paper, right? And it was quite a provocative paper, right? We had then some another papers, like literally ruin this study, right? Then another study ruins another study and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is that how about we still have to trust our own opinions rather than some hype, right? Some like really marketing, big, catchy titles in the news. And that is why we have this discussion, right? So, yes, we discussed that like motivation versus quality, like proactive approach and other things. But still, what if we start to think in a, sort of like a short-term plans, right? So how would you advise maybe someone who is not that familiar these days with AI, like in general, let's say, to start their journey to incorporate AI in any way to their day-to-day activities so they will be literally bulletproof for any other, like, I don't know, tough times on the market, guys?
I would say learn how it works, in the sense that make an LLM less of a black box for you. And if you do so, and you can, this is not a deterministic kind of stuff, right? But if you more or less can predict, I'm putting this and I am getting that as an output, right? And it's understandable for you, you'll be so much valuable to any company. That's my take.
So I guess that's the good question to Andrei, who has AI, Gen AI in his title. So most likely Gen AI will be the first point of journey, right? What do you think?
So I like idea to know how it works under the hood, and also I would say that Gen AI it just emulates some mindset. It's not really mindset. It's not really make some decision. It's just language model and try to simulate real communication. And sometimes it looks good, but anyway, we can trust fully AI, and we should think by our head about important things. And probably we can make some list of tasks, and as we started on different courses, delegate some not important task to AI and save some time for that. But anyway, we should think, we should learn how to think by ourselves. We should read books, we should understand, we should analyze information from different data sources and make some decision. We can't delegate everything to AI. And I guess AI can't be like reason of, for example, starting war or ending war. It's like not topic for AI. It can help to write message or write mail or make task based on input from user. And I think we should understand how it works under the hood. It's not magic. It's like more closely to mathematics, and we should train our own mindset to make decisions without AI. And I think in future we will have a situation when good education will be related to people communication with real teacher, and a regular education it will be like AI based education, or not very good education will be just on AI. And I'm going to suggest to people, to children, read a book, understand information, and after that try to use AI as a helper, not as a main reason to make some important decisions.
Okay. So I really do like that you mentioned the fact that sometimes AI, like in a broader way, right? Let's say like some Gen AI tools, can be a good source of learning new things, right? To be some sort of like a mentor for a person. But also, we have quite a number of times, right? Let's say when a person really wants to learn a new thing, right, or some new technology, and they want to build a path, right? Sometimes this path might be wrong, right? It might be either on outdated materials or it might have some controversial things. Thus, person without previous experience, right, will just blankly go through this course developed by Gen AI and actually will learn bad things. So do you think that still good old style mentoring should live as long as like AI lives these days? Because, like trust Gen AI in mentoring is sometimes a bit tricky. Or it's my own opinion, guys. What do you think about it?
So I think we should keep regular mentoring, and I think we should give ability to make wrong things for students, for mentees, and based on this negative feedback, people can learn faster, and quality of the learning much better than when we have just positive feedback from AI or from mentor. It doesn't matter. And with AI, we don't have any, I would say, any areas to make errors, which can give us some negative feedback, and based on that, we can learn fast. And yeah, my opinion, we should keep regular mentoring, and we should use AI tool as supporting tool, not like main tools for learning.
Okay.
An
Guys?
exact reason here why we should do that. And I have a quote of my own making. Made it yesterday with an AI, which is funny. However, right? So the core value of an engineer, it's not about writing a code, right? It's in the ability to translate ambiguous business needs into technical strategy and solutions. Moreover, anticipate future challenges and make critical architectural decisions that would have a long-term impact on the business, right? So tell me please how AI can teach someone to of those qualities, right, at this level. I don't think that that's possible. And okay, Dennis, go ahead.
That's my favorite question. Really, I'm like in different chats and different groups. We discussed it during the last year several times. So, short answer from AI evangelist: you don't need long-term solutions anymore. Just because you have Grok, and Grok generate like 700 tokens per second. Yes, when you have like high cost for any change, high cost for like applying it, etc., it makes sense to do like to invest into the planning phase and then like proceed. As I don't know, as for example in 20th century, people built to construct these rockets, space rockets. I mean, nowadays we have SpaceX, right? Okay, build something, boom, create new one. In 20 iterations, you are going to start. I know that sounds a bit untypical, I believe, but like from my point of view, that's the future. As soon as AI give us amazing way to automate everything and to speed up all the parts of the process, even when you are doing mistakes. Come on, if you are not limited with tokens, put AI agent for vibe coding, give it like 1 day, and it will create, I don't know, Microsoft Windows 3.5 for you.
Aren't we
So,
moving?
sorry?
Aren't we moving then to the next topic? So when that whole scene fails, who is to blame then?
Oh, that's my favorite one. No one. It's AI.
Oh, nice. So when your rocket exploded, or the plane crashed, or your trucks in the logistical companies are just standing still because drivers have no idea where to go next because your software is down, right? And you're literally losing money because your software now faces the real world with real consequences. No one is to blame, right?
You see this dark side, voice from the dark side. I haven't tell that we stop doing any kind of quality assurance process. It means that in the most cases it should work. Right now, I don't know. I'm not sure that all the code written in the world is so good that it will never happens. All the scenarios that you mentioned. But as soon as we still have processes, at least we are trying to avoid it. With AI, the same. We will try to avoid it as much as we can. Will it work? I don't know. Let's see. But the good news that as with any automatic process, you need to fix issue one time, even if it's cost like $1 million.
So you believe then that the processes will save AI from doing critical mistakes, right?
I don't think that you can prevent it somehow. Again, like if you open YouTube, you will get, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 20% of clips that you don't need developers at all. If you open LinkedIn, you will see the same. Like you don't need professionals anymore. AI will do everything for you. That means that the situations that you describe, it will happen. Do you want it, or if you don't, doesn't matter. It will happen anyway. We can't like do anything with it. That means that okay, it's another exam for the humanity. How to live when everyone knows how to do everything using AI. They don't know how to write even simple Python code to combine footage to the clip.
Okay, but then I have a question. With an AI, you have this principle, garbage in, garbage out, right? If you're putting garbage into the model, it will give you out the trashy solution, right? So if you as an engineer cannot digest and transform that ambiguous business need into the structured, well-structured problem, why do you think that an LLM can do it for you and on top of that produce the actual solution?
Because it's fast. Doesn't matter what it can. I can, like, if one try for me will take, I don't know, 1 day, with LLM I can do 1,000 try per day. So it's, just this balance in between quality and amount. From time to time, amount could be even better. Like, I mean, tries to get solution. From time to time, yes, you're right, and quality will win. Who will be the winner at the end? I don't know, and I have no idea how to calculate it.
Yeah, and by the way, Dennis, you've mentioned these very controversial items. When you go to YouTube, you see a lot of videos where AI will replace developers and literally everyone on the projects. And the same we have at YouTube. Oh, sorry, like LinkedIn and YouTube, right? But do you think that at least half of these posts are really bluff and done by yet another specialist in everything who last year or like 2 years ago posted a lot about crypto, having no skills about crypto just for the hype, right? And then
I'm pretty sure that it's more than 90%, but it will not stop other people. That's how, like, we as people, human, working. So it means that if someone tell you, okay, you can get this pill and everything will be fine, early or later you are going to do it. Why? Because maybe I can try. So that's like the same.
so
optimistic vibe, I would say.
Okay, so but still there are like 10%, right, of these posts that are somehow actual, right? That they are somehow related to the topic and somehow are done by trusted people. Is it right?
Yes, and again, it's because of the big numbers. As we just discussed, if like I'm doing for you 1,000 solution, it's high probability that at least one will work. The same with those posts and companies. If, I don't know, 10,000 companies tried to create lead generator agent, okay, in 5 cases, it will really work. Or again, work good enough for this company, let's say. It doesn't mean that it will be scalable for everyone else. But for those people, for their needs, for their business, for their niche, it will work. Why not?
So when you create 1,000 solutions, how do you validate that they work, right? Because validation can be often very expensive.
Yes. I'm not validating like sales solution. I'm just reading through the LinkedIn. If the guy, okay, let me describe it to you in another way. Let's imagine you are a small startup company, yeah, with consist of one founder. Before you start using AI, you have one deal, not like per day, not per minute, just one deal within AI and posting through the I don't know, Reddit, for example. You get another 10 deals. Now just calculate percent of the growth. Sounds like amazing from my point of view. Will it work for, I don't know, for Microsoft or for Coca-Cola? I don't think so. But this particular one could be treated as a like successful case.
I love that you're talking about lead generation for a small startup and not about value generation, because you don't need to, right, in the modern world. You don't need to create value. You just need to say a good sales pitch. and some investors' money.
Yeah, and for such guys, I believe it could work.
Yeah, in this regard, I can totally agree with you. For the sales, for the marketing, yeah, that's just a new era. But if we are talking about actual value creation, especially when software meets the real world, I think we still need a bunch of engineers who know what they are doing to orchestrate that AI. Don't you agree?
I would not agree because again, it depends on the use case. Come on, it could be some kind of handbook handbook inside big organization for which you will create just a simple rack. This rack will answer like only, I don't know, 40% of questions, but still it will give you a possibility to avoid like 40% of questions going to your HR department. So it also makes money. Each case should be treated based on the situation. We cannot measure it on the company level. We should go like down to the particular use case, and only use case by use case you can understand does it work or not.
Andrei, what do you think about all this?
So I would say that in general the price of the code become less and less every day when we use AI, but the price of the engineers still on the high level. I would say probably change it, but not very. Little bit changed, and I would say that we should adopt to this situation, and we should have ability to remove code, to choose right code. We shouldn't care about code like make some library and move it from project to project, and we should understand that code is not main artifact what we are going to deliver in nowadays, and pick this right solution from the generated code. It's probably most important thing in what we should do as engineers on the project. And we should have ability to remove code, and I like that engineers can do that better than AI.
So you still believe in engineers, right? Despite the
Yeah.
fact that they are even more and more expensive.
Uh,
I have a take to this story. The cost of an engineer is like what? I don't know, like $100-200 an hour, right? But if I call a plumber, I pay that plumber $200 an hour. In this context, the cost of engineer to me, it's actually pretty cheap. I don't know. It's easier to be a plumber than a software engineer. You just need less time to learn all that stuff. Except if you're in New
I
York.
can answer to initial question. Plumbers will be the last guys whom will be replaced by AI.
Oh, you think so? You think when we have even like the basic AGI, robots won't replace plumbers and all other blue collar workers?
I'm not sure about, but I think that it's quite complex specialization, because I don't
I've
think that
done it.
all
It's
this.
easy.
Yes and no. Like each the problem is that each case could be different. Don't think that it's very standardized area. So from this,
It depends.
it depends. But again, I'm not sure about robots that could resolve everything in plumbing.
I would say I've done both software engineering and plumbing, and I would say it's as diverse and as unique as software engineering when you have an existing project that's been developed by a team of 100, piece by piece over 10 years, and then you have an old house from the 60s. It's pretty much the same. Plumbing is a little bit less complicated because at the end of the day you have just two pipes, hot and cold, right? You just need to know how to pipe them. With software it's trickier a bit.
Yeah, but still, guys, let me jump into here. So, yeah, like plumbing is like very niche, right? You're either like fixing the broken sink, right, or fixing like the broken toilet, right? But like in general, if we do compare it with like doing the old legacy jQuery code, something like that, I mean like huge monolith, something like that, it's kind of like the same. Though I do think that still like the last replaceable profession, like in general, might be some like surgeons, right? Like heart surgeons or something like that, because the cost of mistake is like very high over there. Well, compared to plumbing, right, and fixing the broken toilet, right? I mean, like people heart is like way complicated than the broken toilet ish. Okay, all right. We
Come
have
on,
like
bad plumbing can kill you.
okay,
One day.
all right. So still, you think that plumbing, right? Plumbing will be like the last guy to be replaced. Okay, that's very, very opinionated opinion. Good. Right. Guys, how about we, like try to summarize all the things that we've done and I mean like discussed. And Dennis, like this specific question to you, because you've mentioned earlier that you might jump to another call very soon. And considering that you are AI evangelist, right, and you have this book AI and I, right, and you've got all this like YouTube channel AI and I, and you promote it everywhere, who do you recommend to follow? I know, like either in social media or maybe some publications or YouTube or something like that, just to stay in touch or just to not be overwhelmed with all this AI hype? I mean, like the bare minimum, who you should follow to get the good stuff.
If you don't know like in persons whom you want to follow, it doesn't make a lot of sense for you because yes, there are some people in each area, but if you are not inside this area, it could be not so useful for you. But there are quite cool newsletter, Alpha Signal, and this newsletter, it's literally like twice, 3 times per week, you get the most important news from the AI world. So I'm strongly recommend this source.
Okay, guys, anything from your side?
I like to read GitHub trending and find some interesting project, and based on that, find resources related to the projects. Today, probably the top project, it's MCP from Google for working with databases. Very interesting project.
Yeah.
Few days
Good.
ago, it was like Gen Kit from Google as well. So read the code.
Yeah,
My
and
take to this
code was
is
fast,
that sorry folks, my take to this is that the best, at least personally for me, the best source would be the actual peers that you work with. Just join an interesting project, or just talk to the interesting people like we do now, and that's probably gonna be the best source.
Yeah, like real person, right? Back to basics.
Like non-AI.
Just
Okay.
check that it's not Avatar.
Oh geez, I haven't checked you.
Okay. I see that we have some comments saying that florists will be replaced by AI also in the very end of this journey.
Not true, no, but it's a really quite cool and nice comment because just a cool fact from my life, I was living in Netherlands, living for more or less long time, and they have couple of universities who is working on all this stuff like about flowers, some vegetables, how to grow it, how to combine it, blah blah blah, etc. So I mean that okay, florist it's only one of the parts of all this, but it's a really big topic inside the how to call it agriculture automatization maybe. So yeah, it's big and important one.
Yeah. Okay. And I guess we have one more comment, so we can discuss about it. What will happen in 30 years, like in general? Any super predictions so we can later on rewatch this recording at YouTube, if like YouTube will be still in place and like humanity will be there in place still?
Have you seen a movie, Idiocracy? Or
Okay,
The Terminator? That's one of the two.
Okay, so you've got like two options, right? Idiocracy or Terminator. Okay, quiet, sarcastic, and not that very optimistic. I mean, like the second one, but still. Right, guys, any your predictions in mind that you want to share before we wrap up?
I know another movie, Terminator. That's also possible.
Okay, so we've got like 2 votes for Terminator,
Two for
one for
Terminator.
Idiocracy. All right.
Actually, to be serious, there is a game called Detroit Beyond Human. If you're interested into what's gonna happen, most likely, right? Jokes aside, this is what's gonna happen.
In general, I would agree. Yeah, almost possible that we are going this way.
Okay, so now we have Detroit After Humans, right? Terminator, and then Idiocracy. All right, Andrei, your prediction for 30 years to come?
So it's hard to predict in general. I would say that we should care about different areas and speak about IT, about industry, about agriculture, and based on that we can build some a picture of the world in 30 years. But to be honest, I'm not predictor. I'm not good predictor. That's why I don't want to do that.
Okay, but let me vote as well. I think that like Terminator will be the winner here. I mean, like I'm voting for Terminator, but like for the good old one, right? Not about all other not so quality movies that happened recently with Terminator franchise. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's see what the code will bring us, what the AI will bring us, and yeah. Guys, thank you very much for this amazing discussion that we had today. So thank you very much, our viewers. So as always, stay true engineers. Do not forget the fundamentals. Do not be fooled with AI, but again, don't think about it as your enemy. Follow Dennis everywhere where you can. Buy his book, AI and I. It's a really good book. Yeah. And thank you very much for watching us. And tomorrow we have the last but not least talk, and it will be all done with this Borderless JS AI edition. So yeah, stay productive. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.